Lexi, and today I'll be discussing the importance of being actively involved on your mental health. As Elle Woods once said, exercise increases endorphins, endorphins make you happy, and happy people just don't kill their husbands. As many of you know, COVID shut down society as we knew it. It took away a lot of the stabilizers in our life and took away our comfort. This honestly caused a great spike in depression all over the world. I, as long as many of you, also felt this sense of our normal life being taken away from us. The ability to go to lunch with our friends, or to even go work out, or to just go to the movies and just feel at peace with the world. Today I'll be covering 3 topics, including what is mental health, how can mental health become detrimental, and how can we help our own mental health. What is mental health? Mental health is defined as our emotional, psychological, and social well-being and how it affects how we think, feel, and act. Although most of the time, mental health has a negative connotation as we normally relate it to depression, it also has a lot of positive aspects. Mental health can be very, very positive, as it could be as simple as the normal tasks such as making your bed, or eating 3 meals a day, or waking up from a restful 8 hours of sleep. These are all things that are seen as normal, but are overall great aspects of healthy mental health. What are the early signs of this failing negative mental health? These signs are, and are not limited to, poor sleep schedule, or not eating 3 meals a day. And if you are, it's the chips you found in the cupboard, or even not showing up to all of the social events that you promised you promised to your friends that you'd be at. But just because you have failing or poor mental health, this does not mean that you have depression. This is a common mistake when talking about mental health and poor mental health. Poor mental health, of course, can mean depression, but not in all cases. One of the biggest spirals that one can go down to get from poor mental health to depression is the lack of productivity. Lack of productivity can start as just not making your bed in the morning, but then can lead to, oh, I don't want to go to school today, or you know what, that assignment can wait, or which then can lead to failing that math class, or failing that English class that will overall make yourself feel like a failure because you have now failed not only yourself but another person. Poor mental health has a lot of side effects or effects that are not commonly talked about because they can be sensitive. These topics include suicidal thoughts, depression, and even death. These effects can happen faster than you know if you are not being mindful of what you are doing in your mental health. But there are many ways that we can help people that we notice with these early signs, and how we can help them get back to that healthy mental health that we were discussing earlier. These include maybe just when they say, oh, I'm not hungry, maybe just being like, oh, here's some food, or I got you, and paying for their food. This can also be just asking them if they're okay, or even just texting them and seeing if they're okay after you've noticed a couple of these early signs. And if you don't have anyone to check up on you, or if no one is checking up on you, there are many options that you can use to help yourself. These including getting in touch with someone that you trust, like a teacher or a counselor or a parent or maybe your friend's parent. It doesn't matter. They are always going to be willing to help you. This can also include going and getting an exercise routine that at least you have one thing in your life that's stable, or even just making your bed every morning, so at least one thing went right in the day. There are many ways to tell if you are struggling with poor mental health that I've discussed earlier. It is the ability to be able to tell if you are struggling, the ability to tell those signs from your normal life that will overall help your mental health if you can stop the problem from the very root. I hope today that I have taught you a couple of ways to tell if the people around you are struggling, and even if it's you that's struggling with mental health, and how you can help yourself and help others get help and stay healthy.